I think when most boys are young, they almost all have an aspiration to be a professional athlete. At least that's how it was when I was growing up. Now I'm sure kids want to be Logan Paul or FaZe Rug, but you know what I mean. Every kid dreams of playing out there on the big field, the court, the pitch. Hell, even when I go to professional sporting events now as an adult, I still think these guys are amongst the luckiest in the world. Traveling all around the country to massive crowds of people to play a game made for children while making millions of dollars is crazy. And I want you out there to imagine that somehow you become so good at this game that not only do you go to college to play, but you make it to the league on some 2K shit, and once you make it to the league, you team up with another player who happens to be entering his prime, and you go on to win 6 NBA championships with this man, becoming one of the greatest dynasties in sports history. Along the way, you meet a lovely lady, you have many kids with her, and overall you live what most people would see from the outside looking in as a picture-perfect life. The one problem here is that the picture doesn't always tell the full story. Imagine you never get the credit you deserve for putting up Hall of Fame, clutch performances night after night, and suddenly you turn into Robin, and your teammate goes on to be Batman, receiving all the praise, all the money, and all the status as the greatest to ever do it. All while they say, oh yeah, you were pretty good too, man. You really held it down that time Batman decided to go play baseball for a few years, so thank you. That alone would be enough to leave any man bitter, but trust me, there would be much more pain coming. Because after that, the woman you decide to marry and have all these kids with decides that she's ready to move on from you and goes to be with the most toxic rapper of all time.
She belongs to the streets.
Who says that he smashed your girl because you didn't give him an autograph as a kid.
Because I always think of this Future story. Future say he met Scottie Pippen, and Scottie Pippen didn't want to give him a picture.
So he fucked this bitch.
And then goes on to make a hit song about your wife's infidelity and how he got all up in there in his Gucci flip-flops.
I remember really having some Gucci flip-flops on, and I was you know what I mean? I was smashing the bitch at the penthouse, right by the door with my Gucci flip-flops on, and this ain't no disrespect, you know what I mean? I really lived that moment and went to the studio. I went right directly to the studio.
You know, he walked in, he had the Gucci flip-flops on or whatever, just going through beats, played one beat, loaded it up, and I remember the tone of his voice, just when he was like, dirty soda, Spike Lee, white girl, iced tea, fully loaded AP. I just made a face, I was like, man, what the fuck?
It just came off the top of my head because it was a real moment.
And this is how you find out your wife is for the streets, and also willing to embarrass you publicly while keeping your name on the back of her Hall of Fame jersey.
Where's Future? Looking good, Scotty.
And then she goes on to date some mediocre 22-year-old NBA player, ruin his family along the way, and then to make matters much worse, decides to start shacking it up with Batman's son of all people, because that is quite literally reality for this man Scottie Pippen. You would think a guy like him would be out here living the rest of his life to the fullest, on some driving into the sunset type shit, but sadly it is just not the case, as his wife is now confirmed to be dating Michael Jordan's son. I mean, just look at this interview where a reporter exposes her ass for this relationship, saying, "You can't lie to me, he's standing right over there."
Is this your new love interest in the room over there?
No, I don't know. I'm here just with my publicist and my friends.
Oh, because you're dating, right?
Yeah.
Haven't you found someone?
I mean, I'm dating, yeah.
There's not a single person that's...
I'm just dating, you know. It takes a minute to find the right person, I think.
And we talked about this last time, how the idea of her knowing Michael Jordan's son as a literal kid, seeing the two men were teammates during that entire era of everyone's life, is just absolutely disgusting. I mean, if a man started doing what Larsa is doing here, smashing one of his friend's daughters who he knew as a kid, all hell would break loose. There would be people protesting out in the streets, and he would just be publicly crucified to no end. But you know Michael is sitting back somewhere in his mansion laughing his ass off at the optics of this, especially after Scottie publicly criticized him in his documentary many times.
I felt like the documentary only told a story that sort of glorified him as a player and not glorified us as a team.
You call Michael Jordan selfish in the first chapter. Why is that?
I mean, he was a great scorer, but a lot of things that he did was based on him as an individual.
You know, MJ strikes me as one of the pettiest people on the planet, so I'm sure he's really all for this relationship. I do have to say though, the biggest victim in this entire thing to me is still Scottie Pippen Jr. We know he already had a problem with her dating Malik Beasley after he favorited these tweets. And you know this whole Michael Jordan thing has to be on a whole nother level. Like, imagine your mother talking like this about her OnlyFans career.
What pays more, foot pics or ass pics? I know that you don't show skin.
I feel like my body pics.
Your body pics.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to keep your head down and work with all this going on in the background must be tough. That takes some serious confidence. And I want you guys out there to be confident, and a big part of that starts with your face. That's why I'm so happy to be teaming up with Teach Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. Y'all know Teach Hanley by now. They are the skincare system for men that I swear by for over a year now. Before, I never knew what products to use on my face, and a lot of times this would unfortunately leave me not taking care of my face at all. But with Teach, they walk me through the step-by-step process to get better skin. The level 1 system I recommend comes with a daily face wash, exfoliating scrub, and of course an AM and PM moisturizer to keep you fresh around the clock. And each box comes with instructions, but honestly the routine will become like second nature quickly. I'm someone that when I speak I obviously use a lot of expression, and so the wrinkles on my forehead were getting pretty bad, and I feel like with Teach Hanley really did reverse some of that aging. Teach Hanley members get 20% off retail price, free shipping, and the ability to customize their box. But to make the offer even sweeter, Teach is now offering my viewers 30% off their first box, as well as a free gift with said purchase. Don't be like me and wait too long, guys. I really wish I would have started a long time ago. All you have to do is click that link below, and you could be on your journey to clearer skin. And Larsa is even out here judging other people for having kids out of wedlock.
You don't bring up, oh, you had a child out of the wedlock, because I think it's just so hypocritical, especially in your case, Larsa, you know, with all my respect. Why? You judging her life choices. Nobody judges you.
I didn't judge her.
And it says
I
a woman who
welcomed her
sells
into my
her
home.
half-naked picture of her butt for $5 a pop.
Oh god, that other woman packed her up with that butthole comment. Seriously though, how is the woman who broke apart the family of a 22-year-old man going to talk shit about how anyone else handles their children? Especially when she is constantly doing embarrassing shit to her family name. I do have to say, out of all of the despicable things she's done, this is just flat out wrong and immoral behavior. I just cannot get over the fact that she saw this dude grow up. All I know is that his mom probably wants to whoop her old ass. And the sheer fact that she runs around doing all of this really just blows my mind. She is a good look into the long future we have ahead of us, as all these thotties A's, they're gonna be just like her. I don't know, I have a feeling that she really just wants in on the Michael Jordan family sweepstakes. She's waiting for that one final payout. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, some other scandalous people out here need to be covered. So it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and I'm out. Peace!